Just about ready. Get things up and running. Okay. 1 second to get the game up and running. Okay. Oh right, we gotta change it back. Oh boy. More simple times this. Okay. I think to start off the stream, we're just going to work on Lancer for a little bit, get Lancer kind of leveled a few times, finish its class quest, and be prepared to switch to it once Arcanist hits 30. Because we really don't want to be leveling past 30 on any class yet. There she is. Will it happen again? Will we get noticed immediately upon logging in? Okay. Switch to Lancer. Oh, good. We're level 10. Do we have a class quest to do? We do. Let's go do that. Wait a minute. You're not who I need to talk to. You! Ah, Miku, I swear you've gained an ilm around the arm since last we spoke. Has she? Plain you have not been idle. Hello, B. What colors do I want? Oh, is this for the glow sticks? What colors do they come in? Uh, Hold on, let me look. Uh, Hold on. Is there like a list of the colors? It's not differentiating between them. Both? Is it just I hmm. It looks like it's blue, yellow, red. Uh, Chiron? Is it Chiron? No? Oh! I see, I see. Okay, I found the fantastic cheer set as well. There's 2. Okay. Uh, oh god, they really did split up the green and the blue, didn't they? Those are like the two ones I would have wanted. Green though. Green is the preferable one. See, in our previous session, you learned the Lancer's definition of courage and how you might go about tempering its 2 aspects. Today, we'll find out if your efforts have borne fruit. As you have come prepared for battle, that as well, your next trial will place you in the midst of a throng of enemies. In such a situation, one may be attacked from any direction, making it difficult to respond appropriately. Furthermore, the likelihood of getting surrounded is too high. Will your resolve bear the weight of uncertainty? Will your composure hold when the odds are stacked against you? We shall soon find out. Should you overcome this trial, what courage would you already possess? You already possess will be further tempered. Now heed me well, for this is what you must do. I would have you travel the naked rock where annals claim dominion. At the summit of the rock is a sacred artifact, the Stone of Courage. You must claim it and bring it to me. If you are to reach your destination, you'll need to negotiate a path through whole packs of flesh-eating scalekin. Make no mistake, the creatures are intimidating foes. To stride into the midst of so many would ask much of any Lancer's courage, but given time and no small amount of perseverance, I'm confident you will prove equal to the task. I think I actually know where that is. Can I get back up there? Oh, okay. Gotta keep an eye out for hunt targets, too. Have we finished the... We haven't. Hello, Jay. Good morning. We're just, you know, continuing ARR. You can't gift it to me? Am I not far enough in the game yet? I'd understand if I was a free trial player, because you can't generally do that for free trial players. I do not understand in my account's current state where I'm clearing savages for fun, because I've done all other available content. Leg sweep does not need to be on my button 3. It's certainly square. Oh, they don't allow single items? What? Oh, you were trying to gift, like, just the green one and it was stopping you? That's bizarre. Something about the emote book being classified as a once per character item. What? The triple set ones too? Oh, it's just not letting you? Oh. Why are there animals in my quest spot? Y'all, I don't have AoEs. Just don't look at any of you. Can I just send you like $5 somewhere? I don't have like PayPal or anything. Congratulations, you've obtained the false stone of courage. False? You heard me right. False. What does that say about your courage, I wonder? Shut the fuck up, evil Hartrafont. Maybe, like, fall off this cliff and die. For my manners, my name is Folquiz. We had the pleasure of meeting. On occasion, why is Otto on? On occasion, I've turned my weapon upon you, and you betrayed, on that occasion, I turned my weapon upon you, and you betrayed not a hint of fear. It was in that instant I sensed you were unlike the others, that you had promise. Oh, okay. You can keep your thoughts to yourself, but okay. And so to the present, in its current state, the trial in which you are engaged, if a trial it may be called, makes a mockery of the Lancer's art. Needless to say, this cannot be tolerated. And so I've taken the liberty of moving the Stone of Courage to a more suitable location, and it now resides within in the depths of Spirit Hold under the guard of fell fiends. A far more fitting challenge, I am sure you will agree. Whether or not you attempt to retrieve the stone is for you to decide. If you fear for your safety, I suggest you turn back to the guild and bemoan the world's frightfulness, so that many brave souls, oh my god, the world's frightfulness to the many brave souls who cower there. Ywain will doubtless consider it a supremely courageous act. Yet know that a lancer may forge true courage only in the midst of great danger. Okay, shut the fuck up. Oh, don't look at me. Don't look at me. That's exactly what I told these guys not to do, and what are they doing? Looking at me. Fucked up. Don't look at me. 5 targets. Yeah. God, if that isn't what the open world is like. Figured might as well kill these guys, get some XP. Oh cool, there's a boss back here. I wonder if I can kill him on my own. Ah, boo. Why? Why? Why did this one see me? Can you go away? Thank you. Oh, cool, I'm slowed. Well, I've exited combat now. Now I just wait for 20 seconds for slow to fall off. spoon. Eventually. 2, 1. Okay. I'm warning you, mister. I have 3 buttons, and I'm not afraid to use them. Oh, this isn't gonna end well. Do I have potions? Of course I have potions. I'm in the early game. What else do they give me? Alright, we got him. Easy. Got a whole level up out of that, too. Now die. I could just teleport out of here. I don't need to fight this imp. Okay. Off to the Lancers Guild. We don't have any food stuff. Might be a problem. So, if your turn, tell me, what were you able to obtain the Stone of Courage? Yeah, here's your fucking rock, dude. This is indeed the stone, though it is in rather worse condition than when I last saw it. What happened at Naked Rock? The Lancer who but recently threatened you moved the stone to the Spirit Hold. Not content with trespass and slander, the brazen fool now meddles with our training. 7 hells, this is, not to be borne. Listen well, Miku, though I do not doubt that, you know better. My duty as a guildmaster compels me to state the obvious. Heed not that man's words. That a Lancer's courage can only be forged in the midst of great danger is a vainglorious tripe. Or is vainglorious tripe. As you have already learned, a Lancer's courage is the product of composure and resolve. Be under no misapprehension, watchfully navigating the Annals territory served to temper your courage in a manner that blindly braving the terrors of the Spirit Hold did not. As you continue your training, pray keep the lesson of this trial close to your heart. I'm not sure I got anything out of that. At all. Alright, back to Arcanist. We can continue the main story, I suppose. What level of main story are we on? 17! Oh boy. It's not even that far off from where we have Lancer 2, and we almost have Arcanist at 30. Oh. We have to head to Camp Drybone anyways. Let's walk there as Lancer and kill stuff along the way, I guess. Actually, as much as I don't want to be wasting gil this early into the game, Um, I have another side excursion for us to go on real fast. We have to go to Limsa. Because, as I mentioned, we don't have any food. So why don't we make some? You. I beg your pardons, good madam. This is the Culinarian Guild. If you're here to dine at the Bismarck, one of our waiters will be along shortly to show you to your... Oh, you're not a patron, right? Might I assume, then, that you wish to become a culinarian? If so, I wholeheartedly recommend you join the Culinarians Guild, where one may learn the culinary arts under the finest chefs in all the realm. What say you? Culinarian will be our first crafter. For reasons that anyone who's played this game longer than, like ARR has probably been able to figure out by now. Food stuff is really, really good for leveling. I shall acquaint you with the history of our guild. I don't know that we care about the history of your guild. Just give me a knife. Alright. Guildmaster up the stairs. Yep. Fair warning, the early quests for all crafters and gatherers are mostly completely garbage. I think, like, the Fisher quests are good, the Goldsmith quests are good, and the Alchemist quests get good eventually. Most of the others stay pretty much terrible. Well met, Venturer. I take it you want to join our guild. Let's have a look at you then. What an underfed whelp. What would an underfed whelp like you know about cooking? Judging by them scrawny arms of yours, I bet you'd struggle to lift a spoon, never mind a skillet. I jest. It don't take muscle to be a culinarian, else it don't even take talent, at least not on its own. No, lass, more than anything else, becoming a good cook boils down to passion. If you got that, there ain't nothing you can't achieve, so tell me, have you got it? Yeah. That's the spirit. Your passion for the culinary arts is plain to see. And you'll be needing every bit of it if you want to become a master culinarian. Why, if mastery was a 12-course dinner, I'd hardly have finished the soup. Make no mistake, our trade's as tough as old mutton, and passion's the only thing that what gets us through the grizzly pits. But enough talk, what do ye call yourself? Well then, Miku, welcome to the guild. To mark the occasion, I present ye with your very own skillet. Ain't much to look at, but it'll more than serve a novice like yourself. Now then, let's see whether you can tell which hand's which. I know I said you'd struggle to lift a spoon, but you won me over. Now show me you can hold the skillet, and I'll get started on your first task. Sure. Gonna give me a pop-up for crafters and gatherers. I can feel it in my bones. There. I see you're holding the skillet the right way around. Good. Culinarian lives and dies by its utensils. Get that in your head before you do aught else, or the food will look like shit and taste worse. Now let's see what you can do. For starters, I want you to make maple syrup using your skillet. You need only two things, maple sap and a fire shard. Jussie sells sap over at the guild counter. Now time's wasting, so get to work. I don't pay to keep folks waiting for a trade. Please leave me alone. Oh, right, we have to, like, remove a million things from our fucking hotbar. Nope. Don't need any of this. We will, however, need our crafting log. You just put right there. So this person will sell, like, everything we need. What did we need to buy? It was maple sap, right? Where's that in the list? Did I miss it? There it is. How much do I need to make? One? Is that all I need is just one? Alright. All I did was press one button twice. Welcome back, Jay. We're cooking now. Here you go. What the seven hells are you waiting for? Here you go. Maple syrup's ready. Is it about bloody time? Let's see how it tastes then. Oh, this ain't bad. Flavor's alright. Consistency's nearly there. In short, a damn sight better than a lot of novices manage. As you probably know, maple syrup's one of the most popular sweeteners around and a key ingredient in all manner of cakes and treats. What you probably didn't know is that boiling the stuff down gets you maple sugar, a different sweetener with different uses. Just goes to show even the simplest ingredients can have hidden complexities. Said earlier that Culinarian lives and dies by its utensils. Well, that's just all of it, the half of it. He also needs to know his ingredients, and that's something that only comes with experience. Keep your nose to the stove and report back with when you're ripe for another task. Yeah, okay. We'll be doing that eventually. I'm sure. There was one major reason why I wanted to unlock Culinarian. By eating food, you gain plus 3% experience for 30 minutes. So, if we go in here and we purchase... there it is. A bunch of Lenosian oranges. How many is 99? 792 gil? That's very affordable. Open our crafting log, and somewhere in here... is orange juice, like, later? That might be a problem. Can we actually just eat these oranges? Yes. Okay, they'll have to do for now, I suppose. Damn, I was kind of hoping... Oh, they're in 6 through 10. There it is. Can we do it now? Yes. Takes 4 steps, but we can do it. We can turn 1 orange into, or 3 oranges into 3 bottles of orange juice. And a bunch of Culinarian levels. Oh, we don't have quick synth yet. Does this unlock quick synth? Come at a good time, Miku. Just so happens I need your help with something. One of the chefs buggered up an order a bit ago, and he's been down in the dumps ever since. Ingham is, his name is. Joined the guild a few moons before you did. Determined lad, but don't take failure too well. Any road, I can't have him crying into his soup. Plays havoc with the seasonancy. So I want you to try and cheer him up. There's not like a good meal to take a mind's man off any failings. Nice bit of grilled trout ought to do the trick. Is one of his favorites. I was to cook him up a plate of that, I'd reckon he'd find the experience highly motivating. Main ingredient, princess trout, can be had in the hyaline. As for Ingham, you'll find him working in the kitchens. Prepare the dish and take it to him. Happy grilling. Okay. Hold on. Grilled trout, grilled trout. Is that like at the bottom? Here it is. Princess trout and table salt. Make table salt we need. Okay, we can already make table salt. So we just need 1 princess trout. I assume this person's house? I don't see it if they do. Princess trout, princess trout, princess trout. Nothing? Huh. Is the market board? Weird that they don't sell one of the ingredients, but okay. What do you mean? Oh, right. I have to turn on partial match. Oh, I just need the one, thank you. So here's the funniest thing about these quests, at least the early ones, is you could just, like, buy the items off the market board. Oh, right. You. I'm not joining a free company. Go away. What is it, a grilled trout for me? Why, yes, I am fond of the dish, but what have I done to deserve it? Just take the fucking fish. Guildmaster thought this would cheer me up, you say? Well, meaning though he may be, food is not the solution to every woe. But come, let us see your handiwork. It's my duty as your senior to give you counsel, after all. Surely not. You made this? Mm-hmm. Yep. I made that. Me. I made that. The aroma, it's delightful. And the skin, ever so slightly charred, just as it should be. 12 saved me. The thought of sinking my teeth in that crispy layer, facing the tender flesh beneath. Oh, Beg pardon, since I was saying this is quite impressive, in fact. I doubt even the Guildmaster would be able to fault it. Trust me, I know. But don't understand, I don't understand it. You've scarcely been here long enough to learn syrup making, yet you're already capable of this? Do you know how long it took me to achieve the same? 6 bleeding moons. Gods, am I so utterly devoid of talent? No, I will not be outdone by a mere novice. I refuse to be outdone. Ahem, my apologies. I thank you for the trout, and I would have you accept this knife from me. He's stabbing me? Use it in conjunction with your skillet and cooking experience will be much enhanced. Do not mistake it for a gift. It's payment for the trout, nothing more. Besides, it would give me no pleasure to get the better of a woman who wasn't properly equipped. Now leave me be. I have stock to take. Okay, thank you. Control. These all give the same amount of control, but this one also gives perception. Taking that. Hello, Robert. Good to see you. I don't want your food, but let me look at it anyway. Exactly. Okay. Now. Oh, we still don't have quicksand available. That's a shame. Why is this hanging so low? I want that higher. HUD layout. Higher, please. There we go. Okay. Now we'll switch to Lancer and sort of make the walk towards Drybone. What exit do I need to take? I believe it's towards Central. Yes. Wow, we actually haven't been out into Central Thanalan yet? That's insane. We've had a cutscene out here. Any fates along the way? Oh, there's one down there. It's a boss fate. Really early one, too, which means we can probably kill it alone. Are we able to... Yes. Ow. Once we're healed up. Ah. Alright, now don't kill me. Physical damage up. That sounds like it hurts. Hey. What are we getting from this? Okay, just 3% EXP. Does the orange juice do anything? Technically. The orange juice technically does something. Oh, we have an orchestrion roll in here. There. I'm gonna throw out some of this stuff that we're never, ever going to use in a million years. The Vesper Bay tickets we are keeping forever. For as long as the game will let us keep them. I throw out Imp Wings. Okay, we're keeping all of our Culinarian stuff. The OJ's going in the top left because we're going to be using that throughout basically the entire game. It basically costs nothing, and we can quickly craft a whole stack of it on our own. And it always gives a 3% EXP buff. So OJ's very nice. It is my leveling food of choice, generally speaking. Food does also give stat buffs, but stat buff food costs more to make, and it costs more to buy. So, like, I don't really like to waste that stuff. That stuff is for, like, when you're doing raids. What is the... What quest is that? Forging the Spirit. I'm looking that up. It's an old DOS side quest, of course. Materia extraction? That'll be good eventually. We will eventually need that. We might stop off and do that. You know what? I think not right now, though. Now the question is, what level is the Camp Drybone map going to be like? Did I ever explain the difference between the quest markers? I don't remember if I ever did. Basically, these like bluish purple ones unlock things. So if we see them, that means that they have something attached to them. If they're like just yellow, which apparently there aren't any on this map for some reason. If they're just yellow, they're for the most part completely ignorable. They don't generally give much. Other than sometimes a, like an emote, maybe. For some reason, emotes aren't blue. I walked into the wrong map. This is absolutely the wrong fucking map. We shouldn't be here right now. Still getting the 8th right, but we shouldn't be here. Hold on, which map was it I needed to walk in? Emotes should be a higher priority color. They should be bright red and, like, glow. It's Eastern Thanalan. Okay. Maybe we find some enemies to kill on the way out there. Wait, we're already, like... You know what? We're right next to them. Maybe we grab this quest while we're here. I don't remember what the conditions are for clearing it. Just say if I told you inanimate objects can possess a soul. They can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. The spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. What is the level requirement level? Oh, right. This is a level 19 quest. Ready to commence your learning? Good, as you will have gathered by now materials in crystallized form. Volatile beast best times degree of variance is expected in its production. Practice means that you won't know the exact properties of the stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, see? And this is achieved by melding it into gear. Know, though, that this takes deft hands of a craftsman. We'll get to that. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf, but if you sooner do it yourself, I recommend speaking with Boss. Melding is her field of expertise. Awesome. And then we can't do anything with her yet, because we need a crafter, I'm pretty sure. That's like level 19. Oh, hold on. That guy seems like perfect. Lancer target. Hello. Goodbye. Oh my god, a whole field of beasts to kill? Just for me? Oh, these guys aren't giving a chain bonus for some reason. Maybe I'm like too high level? Yeah, that ought to level us up, though. Or not? Fine. This one will level me up, I'm sure. There we go. Burning through some of that rest of the XP. Holy shit, more enemies. It's over here. If we can get this into leveling roulette range, we can run that and I can show off what it's like. I suppose. We won't get anything new out of it, though. There's no way to. Although it is getting close to 10. I want to get to the main scenario soon. Like 20-something quests before we can get to the, like, first boss. Or not 20-something. I think it's like 10. But still. Quite a few. Maybe we can do that while waiting in the queue for the first guy. Okay, now that we're getting into Camp Drybone, that area, I'm gonna switch to a higher level class. Everything in this region should be like level 20-ish, if I remember right. Yeah, definitely a little bit higher than we're able to do on Lancer right now. All right. Meet my least favorite Aetherite in the game. This fucking Aetherite, for some reason, is in a big hole in the ground. Meaning getting out of here is, like, weird to do. You have to, like, go up and around back there and through there. Or I think you can go out through this way as well. And we have to come to this map, like, pretty often, too, so... Hi, I'm Isambard, here to search for the missing folk, I'll take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Amalja. Seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title of this game, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims are safely returned. Let's get right to it then. Minfilia names the Amalja culprits in all this. You do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amalja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay in the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the church of Saint Adama. Oh my God, Saint Adama Landama. Innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. Poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see that deed before the mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amalja still linger. Did you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amalja seek in this area. Okay, we have to go up there. We still haven't been given access to mounts, by the way. Thought I'd mention that. The game is really stingy about that at the beginning. Oh hey, there's another person here. Will they help? No. It's alright, I don't need their help. These enemies are level 12? I could kill these guys on Lancer. Ooh, fun. Think Miku's enjoying picking up these, quote, ripe corpses? Alright, we're walking back into the town. I'm going to pull up the MSQ list. Good to see you've returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Here you go. 3 dead bodies. Bodies given back to the proper to the earth. Souls will find their way across to the other side. You've done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Amalja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot seal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amalja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. I sense that there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day. And even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? Let's say we turn our eye to the common folk themselves, as maybe among them we find reasons for these vanishings. 12 be forbid it be so. There's a merchant by the name of Ungust, who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away at his day's earnings. Here, I'll write you a note to show him, else he's not the like to speak to you. This one's a fun quest objective for newcomers, because a lot of people don't realize that these doors open and you can walk into this room. Ah, fuck, it's this guy. Well, gods be damned, you're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Old Daw. What in seven hells do you want with me now? Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before with all the disappearances. You can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Please, miss, just leave me be. Okay. Not over there, okay. Nothing to say but this. Thal take who or whatever has been feeding off of us low folk. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. That's what I say to Hatsune Miku when she walks up to me. Let me, scroll down a little bit. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place ain't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Love that he mentions that, but Costa del Sol is not a place we've been yet. Or even had the chance to visit. It's significantly higher level than this map. Welcome back, Miku. Have you learned aught of import? I see. Suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may have something of use. It is worse than the thing I'm wearing. Do you know the common folk speak to their gods? Oh, we know no better place to ask than the church. The small and humble church founded northwest of here. As long as you're headed there, I might ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse. A morbid request I grant you, but it must be born to ritual, and I entrust none other than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquet. Cancel the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is secured. Okay. Yeah, just hand me a corpse. That's fine. I'm good with that. Quests have been moving kind of fast. How close are we? Proper burial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 quests. Wow. We're actually probably gonna get there tonight. I am RK. Yes? A body? You're not fooling me. I know who you are. A body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there's an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. Up here, I'm pretty sure. There you go. Well, this is a little morbid. Okay. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I can't help you. Maybe Sister Orsen can. She's been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why though. Pardon me. You'll find Sister Orsen within the church walls. I hear you have done a service of the burying of a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when you next see him. Seek knowledge of the missing Drybone inhabitants. It's true I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. That's not how confessionals are supposed to work. I only wish Marquet would be helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquet, and soon. Alright, and back to Camp Drybone. Honestly, we spend less time up there than I remember. Thank you, Miku. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Miku? Hello, Thancred. Pleasure, my dear Isambard. My name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with August more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to his notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Frustration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes the confession? The good sister Orsen herself. Orsen? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even those beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye on this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquet, I'd swear to the 12 I'd see that face somewhere else. I've seen that face somewhere else before. This is still worse gear than what I have. Sister Orsen, it cannot be, though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own. It's not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it could not be. Could it? I grow wearied of these suspicions. I know there's one child in particular she is fond of. Pray seek the boy, Miku, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orsen's activities. Oh god, okay. Well, time to attempt to leave Camp Drybone. This is part of why I hate this map so much. To get out of the area where the Aetheryte is, you have to go out, around, to the back, and then all the way around it if you want to get to this area. And there is not another Aetheryte here. It's just a map whose design is more annoying than anything else. Yeah, this map also gives me almost nothing to talk about. There's nothing here. I think I'm even out of, like, game mechanics we've seen to talk about. Oh. I didn't participate, so it didn't give me any EXP. That's unfortunate. Okay. It's important that we talk to her before we leave. For this time where we don't have a mount, those guys will give us a temporary one. Please, help. Sister Orson went out on her own, hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here in Thal in the Order, about Thal in the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it, but what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please help her. Oh, that's a hunt target. Oh, I don't have target yet. You were the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. Seems my gratitude is yours yet again. Spoke of the child, yes. I was able to find his lost trinket. It's a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. And we walk around the level 50 hunt target, who will kill us in one hit. Let's see. So to teleport back to Camp Drybone, it costs 100. How much does it cost to hire a chocobo porter back there? Huh. Apparently I didn't talk to anyone over there. Okay. Well, if we ever have to come back here, I guess. Where's the chocobo porter here? Oh, it's up there. Hold on. Let me grab them before I go anywhere. You. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar. Gods forfend. I'll secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she's received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she's expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he'd be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding the disappearances. Where? Oh my god, Thancred. Can't even hire a porter to get there. We literally just have to walk. And it is not a short one. Yeah, okay. Now we literally just let the game run. What did I do today? Other than, like, cool shit. Oh, I played Doom 3. Posted a Blue Sky post about that. Very weird game. Oh, goodbye. I don't know why that Lalafell disappeared in front of us, but it doesn't really play like Doom. It plays like a mixture of like Half-Life and like system shock with a little bit of Doom level design, kind of, if you squint. Ah, there you are, Miku. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orsa, and Isambard said her wounds were serious. It seemed my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced, but false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orsa near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Miku. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? You want me to go in there? Yeah, okay. I have to kill a lot of Amalja on the way back here. Okay, goodbye, Amalja. Hopefully they won't respawn. Okay, Thancred. Here's the thing you wanted. This leaflet. See the wealth of the Nald returns to the hands of your children. It looks like some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. This lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? All these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray, take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orsen makes of it. We're teleporting back there. I don't give a shit. If it costs us a little bit of gil to progress with the story, then I am not going to shy away from that. This is median. Okay. She's back here. I thought that was Alfino for a second. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the Order to deceive the people? Plot thickens, Miku. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There's not a doubt, or no doubt, an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I should now consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we've learned here. Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it's gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Miku. I should keep my ears and eyes open now more than ever. More gear that isn't very good. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Miku and me serve like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Miku, so as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that the garments have arrived, or the more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. Quest does this? This is Dress to Deceive, I believe. Yeah, 3 left. What do I have to... I imagine it's... No? Weathered shepherd's tunics and pair of weathered... Ah, here we go. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. I preach the teachings of Azemia, the warden. Hast thou come to partake in the honey of her wisdom? Azemia is the keeper of the sun and the goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. Literally walking away from one of them, but that's fine. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid her wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows at the pond north of Sandgate. That sounds like actually useful information. Come back here, maybe? No? Where is this quest marker? Above. Oh my god, it's above. What is it? God, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep your own keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Wow, okay. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say. Sorry, we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. You have quite an act for being a nuisance, Miku. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we're unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Thank God I'm more than 10 levels above most of this map. I don't want to be attacked in these clothes. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really been doing anything else other than, like, I played an hour of Doom today, but that's, like, it. I don't know. I'm entering finals week, so I guess that is next week. Fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Miku, positively dressed for deception. All that's left, then, is to wait for our quarry to appear. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Naldthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teaching of Nald. I trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury? Hmm. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. Well, how did you know? You bastards tricked me. You've talked to us multiple times before. Okay. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. That's so. Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised here if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began, and they would appear as sudden as a sandstorm, plunder the village at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in the hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted to bring me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and to give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Touching one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence, you could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The the pay was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. Could sell a mole meat for a score. Wait, I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Hello. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemies as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that. I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Miku, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost policy is to rescue them. Ah! So, rather infamously, Vesper Bay, this area with the Waking Sands in it, doesn't have an Aetheryte at it. So they added, as a band-aid, these Aetheryte tickets. So that you can pop one and then immediately teleport to this spot for free. You get 40 of them towards the beginning of the MSQ, and I don't know that you can ever get any more. Hi, Tataru. But we'll be using all 40 of them for sure. Trust me, this place drags you back to it very often. What quest was this? Dress to deceive? Okay. Welcome back, Miku. I'm pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answers. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. I'm taking these clothes off now. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, there must needs be a ready to fight. Oh my god. We must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field as suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots. God, I love the goblins. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced the revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Honestly, not that much of a difference here. Yeah, the game's about to give us like a big long tutorial about materia and then not require us to unlock the ability to meld it. It's very funny. I went for years between this point in the story and when I actually unlocked materia melding. Because I'm going to be completely honest, it doesn't matter until you're at level cap. Lower forms of materia are generally pretty worthless outside of the few you're going to need for crafting quests that come around level 20. But we haven't completed a spirit bond with absolutely anything yet, so... we can't actually get any yet. Wow, not even that. What's our spirit bond percentage with this? 0. Okay, maybe it actually can't have spirit bond. Hello, Mutamix. Who was Uplander come to tent ring of Mutamix bubbly pots? Here is a dagger. Fighty Tools drinks in airy self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes, Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? It's funny, she handed you a dagger. No class could equip daggers when the game initially launched. Fighty Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good Teachy show of power of materia. The materia master. Now, eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains power of materia. Fighty Tool Reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the Ifrit constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond. That being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to a gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from something that would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia, then Uplander best fill braincase with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants braincase to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. Okay. And pray return to the Waking Sands. Again. There. Just had to readjust my entire desk. There we go. You know, this questline isn't as abjectly horrible as I remember it being. I know there's one upcoming that almost made me stop playing the game, but welcome back, Miko. Trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. There you go. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize how such efforts are worthwhile. I am sure you're aware the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Miku, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you're ready to begin. I'm ready to begin right now. Do I even... Hold on. Did I even need that? I really didn't. We can actually... Hold on. Let me... Yeah, okay. We can throw out all the books we have. We will not need them. Ever. We can also throw out these old spears that we don't need. Never mind. Hold on. We're not equipped with the best spear we're holding. There we go. Okay, Mephilia. We have arrived at the first boss. 40 minutes after we started the MSQ. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he's due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer their fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Miku. Thancred is presently attending another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you save some for him, such as his confidence in you, confidence I share. You have made ready. Pray, take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Back to Camp Drybone. Is he in there? He's in here. You're Miku of the Scions? Why, thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize them the whereabouts of the abductees. The Lizard Men aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point, to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Miku. Let's make sure it does. The Invisible City. Oh, we can hire a porter to get there. Oh, right. Chocobo Porter is, like, really horribly placed in this town. Get me to the Golden Bazaar, please. Alright. So this is a Chocobo Porter. We can't actually control the Chocobo. But we can dismount it whenever we want. I don't know if we can get there from there. probably better to take the long way around. Believe it or not, these guys are useful in speedruns. They're very commonly the fastest way to get to like a midpoint between where the game like needs you to go and the other chocobo porter. So like you'll hire one, you won't take it all the way through, but it will give you like a higher mount speed than you would normally get, and it would just take you across like an area. Of course, speedrunning this game is a nightmare, and I've only seen a few people attempt it, so... The Undertaker is here. Okay. Solo duty time. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Ah. I hope this guy dies. Oh, and this guy too. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Do not wonder how I managed it. It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat for a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. I'm level synced so low. I don't have carbon flow. I don't even have an AoE. You guys are dying like too fast. Oh, hey. How many enemies did you just kill with that? Miku has killed 500 enemies. I remember this one being kind of long. Especially because you have to kill this dude. He's got a lot of speed. This is the infancy of boost body count. See, you get it. You get it. 500 enemies down, infinite more to go. Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Behind. Oh. Good night. It's really funny because a book is so clearly not a weapon and they are trying so hard to make it one. The rest of you march. Traitorous scum. We'll eventually unlock class-specific poses that, like, it's like a single emote that changes what, like, depending on the class you are. I fear the Amalja mean to give us their to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand. There we go. So, to explain, there are dungeons, and then there are trials. Dungeons obviously contain bosses. Paper cuts are no joke. Obviously, dungeons do contain bosses. But the trial bosses are kind of their own beast. They're the only things in their instance most of the time, and they are generally more mechanically complex. Although, as you're going to see from our first one here, that's not necessarily true. Um... Where's the exit to this room? Oh, there isn't one. Can I even leave at all? I can. Okay, let's head to Gridania while we wait. But yeah, trials are just think of them as the major boss fights. This first one is nothing much, though. He does have one major mechanic in the fight that we will get to. Okay, where do we need to go? To the North Shroud for a couple of these? North Shroud, and then Central Shroud, and East Shroud. We've never been to North Shroud yet. This is North Shroud. Now we have been here. This place really is just more trees. I'm not the biggest fan of Gridania, just like the Shroud in general. It's a somewhat dull area. Visually, nothing changes a ton between areas. So, like, this one more so than any of the other starting areas can really feel like Like they are just kind of. Oh, we can kill them in the time limit. They're just kind of like samey. Hey. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Oh, you have to manually advance the text in this. No wonder it takes so long. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Now, the real question is, has Jay fallen asleep yet? If you please, you Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. But what's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit behold the right of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions, feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Oh, mighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that's the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as a vessel to the blessing of but one, yet I smell not the taint of another upon ye. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear, thou art of the goddess's blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind, thine existence is not to be suffered. This is like the only pre-primal cutscene in the game that's going to be this long. What is happening? Where's my carbon? I don't have him. What is going on? Every time I attempt to, like, walk forward, there's a chance it's just, like, opening. Stop that. Oh, you know what? That's totally like a weird setting in the control scheme that I'm gonna have to disable. Oh. Ah, the nail's up. Okay, if we don't break this nail before he decides that he's done with us, he kills us all instantly. That's what we call an enrage. What is causing? All right. Like I said, this first boss is nothing. He barely has mechanics. He has one, and it's just another enemy to target. That's it. Pray forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. So, let's talk about the Science classes the next time we have a second. Because they do all have classes that they play. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I expect from the Flame General's handpicked men. As for those two, it's fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Miku. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You've given a veritable baptism of fire. Let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say. This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. What a disappointment he was. The readings were nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Old Dawn interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland given the troubles at court. We've only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there would be aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. Suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that's consideration for a different time. You have been given a task. If that is your priority, I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do so as my lord commands, I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. I like the framing of hiding their face just to reveal it's covered anyway. I never considered that. I don't think Livia has a face. I don't think we ever see it. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need be on my best behavior. Keep in mind, we are still in the arena. What is it doing? Why? Why is my A key unbound? What's happening here? Did Razor crash or something? What the fuck is happening? Keyboard A, yeah, okay. And now it's not doing it anymore. What was happening there? Oh, I got all 3 comps. Ah, there you are, Miku. Come, rest a while. You have no better opportunity. After witnessing their gods, Ignominious defeat. The Imaja will be less inclined to risk our wrath for a time at least. Virus that specifically targets the A key. Very particular. I mean, if you want to annoy an MMO player, that's how you do it. You change one of their keybinds every so often. Now, where are we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use, to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds, for once a man is tempered, it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our fortunes, there is reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Miku. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minthelia would be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax. Return to the Waking Sands when you're good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. The implication that I have to solve all of the realm's problems. So, I'll leave it up to you guys. Do we level Lancer to get it caught up with the main story levels? Or do we just press forward with Arcanist until it hits 30? I don't want to put Arcanist over level 30 because we won't be able to do its class quests after that. And this feels like a natural break point for the story. It'll only be 8 levels worth of side stuff, which unlike when you hit expansion content, is pretty quick in ARR. And it would let us see another 2 quests from the Lancer quest line, so. Yeah, so, after you hit level 30, class quests end, or I forget what the distinction is. There's either class quests and job quests. One of them ends, the initial one that you do, I think it's class quests, and then after that, job quests take over, and you can't do those until you hit level 30 in the main scenario quest. So, at that point, we're really bottlenecked on what Arcanist can do, and we won't gain anything out of leveling it. Which is why I want to switch over to Lancer once we hit that point. But Lancer's not high enough level to take over. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird setup. ARR is a weird game. I mean, honestly, while I'm just jumping around, we might as well head to Gridania anyways. It's just one of the game's many weird things that happen in exclusively ARR. Early ARR and later ARR are just kind of different things. According to the game, once you cross the level 30 barrier, the game changes drastically. I will be leveling Lancer. Won't take that long, hopefully. Is this dude in an infinite loop of just... Yeah, okay. That and the Lancer job quests I want to get done before we hit Heavensward. Every other job quest, you know, is kind of whatever. Those ones I want to get done before. Oppo. North Shroud Peace Garden. That should be like a bit to the north? Okay. What the fuck? Why did the levels increase so drastically in this area? Chocobo Keep. Oh, you know what? There are absolutely cutscenes I want to get to tonight. We'll get Lancer to 15. Let's say. Let's go this way. Beast Garden. Okay, hmm. Getting over there is gonna be a bit weird. Why are there level 10 areas past level 37 mobs? Who designed this? Please don't look at me, 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 please don't look at me. Okay. Oh, I see why this is the case. Okay, we have entered an allied society area, formerly known as Beast Tribe area. We can ignore it for now. If I want to show everything this game has to offer, I do have to show all of the Beast Tribes, and the thought of that makes me a little bit ill. But we'll get there when we get there. Okay, we're looking for the Opos, right? So there's a bunch of them. Chocobo keep over here. Hello. Where are the enemies? Like the hunting log targets. Where are those? Hello? Are they over there? They're over here. Okay. Oh, we didn't need to kill this last one. That's the last. Central Shroud, Central Shroud, Central Shroud. Okay. We are off to Central Shroud, and then we have to go to East Shroud after that. No, honestly, we'll just do the hunting log targets, I think. I'm gonna have to power level this anyways. It looks like we are not getting anywhere near as much EXP as I thought we would. Although, we are not drinking our OJ, so... Wait, where are these enemies? Jadeite Thick, Green Tier, Bent Branch... So, everywhere? They are everywhere. Well, one of them should be just, like, in this general area, it seems. What are we looking for? Dire Mites? Is that a Yarzan? Yes, it is. Okay. So, Yarzan, Hoglet, Dire Mite. How much EXP is this going to give me? A chunk? Again, not as much as I would have thought. Okay, we have to get back up to Bent Branch. So it's going to be to the south of the Aetherite. And then the last one is in Green Tier, which, yeah, that's over here. I won't need the Chocobo Keeps on this map. What fucking enemy am I even looking for? Dire Mites? Oh, there's tree slugs down here, apparently. That's good. I don't know where the... Oh, no, the dire mites are, like, over here. I remember doing this. You know, it was saying that one wasn't even in this map, so I'm glad we got that one done. Ah, look at that person with their chocobo. Lucky. We'll get ours eventually, I promise. It'll just take a while. Honestly, we might be able to push to get it tonight. Two out of three. This is gonna level us up for sure. And then I can work on the second set kind of off stream, probably. We're not doing the entire hunting logs for every class. Absolutely not. That would take forever and not be worth it. By the time you hit the level 20 hunting logs, they're not even giving you enough EXP to, like, reliably level up, like, once. They're really only good for, like, the early stuff. Okay, and I know where these boars are because they have a fate that spawns, like, constantly over here. That I farmed for the Yokai Watch event. It's one of the few, like, branded events they've ever done. Oh, okay. They normally collab with, like, weirder small businesses. 100% accounts are basically impossible. Especially now. They don't, like, there's a number of events that they will never rerun, and we will never get the items from. Case in point, probably the Yokai Watch event. We're probably not getting that ever again. There's like a chance it comes back, but I highly doubt it. Alright, there we go. That got us up to level 13. And now we have a whole bunch of other things to kill. So now we can push back to Arcanist and head back to the Waking Sands. 100% account with an asterisk. Yeah, that's as close as you can get. The game kind of uses achievements to do that, and there's like a guy on YouTube who's trying to get all of the achievements in the game. And it's like an ongoing series, and oh my god, no thank you. Okay, let me explain. This, player commendations. People at the end of a dungeon get a chance to calm other players in that dungeon. And in order to get all of the achievements for this, you need 3,000 of them. In order to unlock mentor status, which gives you some perks, buffs if you're playing with other people, just a handful of stuff. It is community reliant, yes. Most things are in this game. In order to unlock that, you need 1,500 comms. In order to get all of the achievements out of being a mentor, you need to run the special roulette that's unlocked for that, Mentor Roulette, which involves running every single piece of content in the game that isn't a Savage raid, a Bahamut raid, or a, oh god, Current Extreme. It's the Current Extreme raids. You have to beat all of those, and in order to get all of the achievements out of that, you need to run that 2,000 times. It is a sign for you to turn the game off if you earn that. The triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He's presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. That also unlocks a mount, by the way, so it's not really skippable. My late arrival nearly cost Miku her life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took her prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should never have been made to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly. I thought me beating Shadow 326 times was insanity. Yeah, it gives you a mount. It gives you a horse to ride on. There isn't. I can tell you right now, there is not a mount worth that. I still don't have that roulette unlocked. I'm close. I almost have that roulette unlocked. I need to do the Endwalker Extreme Trials, but just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can now blame yourself for every... Hello. Miku, it is good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I have no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is the tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsalim and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more aether they require. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of aether. Crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well within the world, primals possess no physical form. Their existence is dispersed across a great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal grants strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as the adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, process which you yourself were subjected. Yet, even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust now you begin to see why. These recent incidents all share a common trait, meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your state of return. The immortal flames assured me they would deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. You may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Miku. And you may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to do so or no, Menphilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal, whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Miku. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louisval would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. We're one level off from the cutoff point. Where Arcanist becomes unviable to put any more EXP into for a while. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. But for your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of Envoy. Thereafter, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward. Confirming to Ishtola that the Scions would benefit from your aid, and no sooner had you joined us that you personally bested the primal Ifrit. You've achieved a great deal in a short time and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Miku, or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons. Hi, Tataru. Ah, Lady Menphilia, radiant as always. I am given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom, Grand Company of Limsa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Miku, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence of their high regard for you. I found myself wondering how word of Miku's deeds spread so quickly. That the Immortal Flames should know of her triumph is to be expected, but what of the other Grand Companies? Hi, Tataru. Your reputation precedes you, Mistress Miku. 'Tis no ordinary woman who can face a primal and emerge the victor. The Order of the Twin Adder has need for valiant women such as you. Join your strength to ours, friends, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Miku. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs in the Immortal Flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure the prosperous future for Old Daw. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend, as do many others in Limsa. Long before the rest of Eorzea took note, your name was well known to us, owing your valorous deeds on behalf of our citizens. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Lumensa to the shores of glory. Lady Menphilia. Very well. Though I'm quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help you clarify your thoughts on the matter. As you know, Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the material, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. These are presently three such organizations in Eorzea: Maelstrom of Limsa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation to which it belongs. You'll be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you on your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the Grand Companies best deserves your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I can see that this is no small choice you face. It is a small choice. I'm going to spoil this right now. This is a tiny choice. Ah, a thought occurs to me. You will, of course, recall that the three city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Oh. What was that line? As part of the proceedings, I'm given to understand that the leader of each Grand Company will deliver an address. Hearing that address might help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Very well, let Miku hear our leader speak, and then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. Yeah, this is the block of cutscenes I really wanted to get to. As a little spoiler alert, I've already made up my mind as to which company I'm putting Miku in. Know full well that adventurers by their nature a liberty-loving breed, are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a Grand Company nonetheless. The promise of reward is enticing in and of itself, it's not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Miku, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet, know that great powers want to attract attention, not all of it friendly. Therefore, there will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet, however vigilant you are but one woman in the midst of a Grand Company. However, you'll be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I can think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope we can continue to rely upon your aid. 12 know we will have need of it in the days ahead. Grand Company seeks to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow you to stay in touch regardless of location. She has handed us a Bluetooth headset. And that is how we are going to be using it. It's more like a walkie-talkie, to be honest. Eorzea is changing, Miku, and you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there's naught we cannot achieve. Now it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. Alright. Off to talk to Tataru. I wanted to confirm real fast. No, hold on. That's End of Endwalker. So none of the Scions' jobs line up entirely with one playable by the player. They're always a little bit different. Mainly seen through like their actions during solo duties. However, we know what they're generally based on. Of the Scions we've met, Thancred's the only one with a real real class. Tataru here is generally Weaver, but freelancer most of the time. I'm sorry about the attention you've been getting, Miku. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly and often to a few too many people. Ahem. Next time I'll be sure to hold my tongue, literally if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the three services, and the Elder Seer Connie Senna will deliver her address at Miketo's amphitheater. Should I mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the involved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, go to Ul'dah, the Flame General Rauban Aldin will be addressing the masses at the Royal Promenade. Oh, and it's rumored to be there's a special guest. How exciting. Last but not least, you must make your way to the stateroom in Limsa Mensa, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merylwib Blofuswin will be delivering her address. The room is accessible via the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to the sentry, Zenthale, and he will admit you. Got all that? Off you go. I hope you find the Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though with your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in your favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Yeah, this looks like a good order. So, of the classes that the Scions are, keep in mind, this version of the game that we're currently playing is like 7.25. But, all of this content came out in 2.0. In 2.1, they added a new class to the game. Rogue. As of 2.0, Thancred is already Rogue. He is Ninja. Well, I don't think he's Ninja. He never gets the Soul Stone for it, as far as I'm aware, but... I believe these are voice acted.
I lost my son to the calamity.
The 3 Seed Seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron,
there they are.
Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds.
Man,
To
Connie
compound
Sanders,
our woes,
long-winded.
the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on that
high
bloody
roads without
Ixal.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
Trying to remember all these characters' names. Obviously, I know Connie Senna. I think the guy in black.
And how
is
do you
the bad-
propose to
Oh.
honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
You don't hear that voice
The
actress very
destruction
often,
wrought
so
by the calamity
a little bit of a jump
was
scare.
indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
For
forest.
the elementals!
All right. One of three.
If you'll permit me, Alfie no.
Or
And my
Alfie,
sister,
no.
Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to contend with two beast tribes. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently, at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed in roughly the time, at roughly the time they summoned their primal Ramu. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict as a last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are as yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it's broken. The Twelveswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes, yet how long will that take? Centuries, I wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war, and when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of the capable adventurer prove to them, then? So we have just met face-to-face the most important character in the entire game. Arguably the main character, more so than us. That was Alfino Levier. And, we'll be seeing a lot of him in the future, so I hope you liked him. Now, I think it comes as no surprise that I will not be joining the, what is it, the Twin Adder or whatever it is? I won't be joining them because, I hate Gridania. It's not a place I enjoy going.
Behold, 'tis the Sultana Nanimo herself!
And Reborn as well.
Hark you, souls of flame, drawn to the bosom of the desert, where the fire burns brightest and shall rage forevermore.
Oh. I turned off auto advance.
Hurrah! Reborn! Where since antiquity, under the sage and judicious rule of the Ul dynasty, we have wrought sand into gold. Where by the grace and glory of Naldal have our brave sons and daughters flourished and prospered. I speak of Ul'dah!
There, at the Flame General's back flies the Grand Company's standard. Note the sigil. The golden scales of order balance the jewel of prosperity with the flame of might.
Great and many are the gifts our nation has given the realm. In Eorzea's darkest hour, on the killing fields of Cartano, none spent more in blood and gold than we. Thus was the 7th Imperial Legion laid low.
So that's how it happened. How soon history forgets.
Yet many left our gates, never to return. Let us pray for our absent brothers and sisters, that they might know happiness in the great beyond, as Thal's honored guests. If the fates were fair, the price we paid that day would have bought us victory. Alas, they are not. And now, but 5 years into this 7th Umbral era, the spirit of sacrifice which granted us our strength is all but dead. Look around you. What do you see? A people divided, downtrodden, and enthralled. Where are the merciful alms of the rich? Where is the just steel of the righteous? I ask you, is this the great nation our brothers and sisters gave their lives to save? You who call this living, dishonor the name of the immortal flames. It is but a slow death. Our enemies surround us. The savage hordes of the Amalja wait beside our roads, strangling the lifelines of trade. Meanwhile, the Garleans make mock of our borders and despoil our land of its natural wealth. We stand on a precipice, yet we do not act. Whether trader or soldier, monetarist or royalist, all must recognize that a divided Ul'dah stands to fall. Victory and fortune walk hand in hand. Ye who seek glory and wealth, look not to what little you can snatch from your neighbor, but to the boundless wealth of the world beyond. Now is the time to unite. Now is the time to ride forth. In the name of the Sultana, I beseech you. Line not your own coffers, but those of the immortal flames. Seek not to prosper from Ul'dah, but to restore her to prosperity. As the realm prospers, so shall Ul'dah. As Ul'dah prospers, so shall her people.
Ya for Ul'dah!
Together we are one.
I love how awkward those lines are.
Your Grace.
Reborn. People of Ul'dah, I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, address you. Much has been made of the wealth of Ul'dah. Yet those who measure that wealth in coins and carats are gravely deceived. For the true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. Beloved subjects, I bid you raise aloft the torch of Ul'dah, that her flames might serve as a beacon for all Eorzea to see.
Long live Nanamo!
Glory to the Sultana!
For victory and fortune, stride fearless into the inferno, for we are, by fire, reborn! Forsooth!
The time is now!
I
Fancy meeting you again.
Jesus. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. The Ul'Dahns have a long history of conflict with the Amalja, the beast tribe that worships the primal Ifrit. Judging by your look of distaste, I take it you have encountered them. The Ul'Dahns do not shy away from confrontation. If aught threatens their precious prosperity, they will seek to crush it. So have they dealt with Ifrit thus far, smothering his flames each time he's stoked to life. Yet he is but one of several problems. Though they have been quiet these past 5 years, the Garleans have not gone away. Meanwhile, refugees continue to arrive in droves, and Ul'Dah has no clear policy on how to deal with them. After all, not even the Sultanate's coffers are bottomless, and even assuming they have the coin, resources will ever be finite. Which brings me back to the subject of Ifrit. It has long been observed that the Amalja are summoning him with ever-increasing frequency. Every time they do so, the Ul'Dahns send their forces to smite the Primal, and though they invariably succeed, each victory is bought with blood, this war of attrition which they cannot well sustain. Small wonder, then, that the Immortal Flames are eager to recruit more members. Such a desperate hour, an adventurer of your experience would be a most welcome addition to their ranks. Alright, and now we go back to Limsa. I'm also not going to be joining the Immortal Flames. I should specify right now, this choice has no story implications. None. It doesn't, like, bring you to a different quest line or some other bullshit. No, they're the same. They're all the same. They give you access to a tiny little quest line that unlocks it like a dungeon. Or no, it doesn't unlock the dungeon. It just makes you run the dungeon. So there's a different quest to unlock it. And It gives you a new hunting log to fill out, and it gives you a new currency type to spend. So, lots of weird stuff involved in it.
The Garleans are another matter altogether.
So much for our alliance.
It's sunk beyond the seabed.
Oh, hell yeah, more ARR Marrowweb.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, hearken unto me. Look upon this, our mighty crimson standard, and tell me your hearts do not swell with pride. "700 summers have come and gone since our forefathers first ran aground in this fertile bay. In that time, guided by the Mother of Oceans, Limsa Lominsa has grown from humble fishing village to uncontested ruler of the 5 seas and beyond.
Jesus Christ.
Did you look as the Admiral bid you? It is a rather stirring standard, I must say. The Crimson Field is meant to signify the blood of fallen crewmates, while the Black Longship represents a pirate vessel.
When the Garlean Empire marched upon Eorzea, we assembled beneath the Maelstrom Standard, and our grand company was reborn. All answered the call, from the Knights of the Barracuda to Hilthier's bloody executioners, and together we met our would-be conquerors upon the field of Carteneau. That day, the world bore witness to the united strength of Limsa Lominsa.
A lot of talk of Carteneau, but we don't get to go there
I
normally.
swear to you, no army ever fought harder or with more courage. Yet many of ours did not survive. Join me now in remembering those who fought in the name of freedom and fell. May their souls be returned to the sea.
Carteneau itself is like, it is a map in the game, but it's only
Freedom.
attached to PvP.
Yes, they have always been rather fond of their freedom. Much as the beast tribes have. Small wonder. Beneath the surface, one would struggle to tell them apart.
It has been 5 long years since the calamity struck. 5 long years of tireless rebuilding. Yet still the wounds of the calamity fester and weep. But when I stand atop the mizzenmast and gaze out upon our battered and broken vessel, I see an undying spirit. Did we not build all this from the wreck of the Galadian all those centuries ago? Shall we not do so again? Yet there are those who would see this ship of ours sink beneath the waves of the restless Rotano. The Sahagin creep ashore seeking blood for their accursed god.
Those fishback
The Sahagin have risen?
While the mines of Ogomero spew forth kobolds who push ever south, despoiling our lands as they go. These savage beast tribes will be the first waves to crash against our creaking hull. And behind them swells the grim tide of the Garlean Empire. Even now the curs fly their flags within our borders. Doubt not, but that they will be upon us ere long. We are well nigh surrounded. Yet there are those among us who would rather turn their swords against their crewmates than our cannons against our foes. How can we hope to repel our many enemies when mutiny breeds below deck? There is but one course left to us. One bearing that will bring us victory over the beast hordes and the Empire both. and see this ship safe to port. We must mend the rift the Calamity has reopened twixt pirate and maelstrom, and stand fast with our adventurer brothers against the coming tempest. Mark ye well, a crew without unity is no crew at all. 'Tis but a mass of drowned men. To me, then, brothers and sisters of the sea, gather beneath the undying crimson standard, and pledge me your strength, your skill, your wisdom. And with the guidance of the navigator, this great vessel of ours shall ride the waves, till sea swallows all!
Long live the Admiral!
Admiral Melvin!
Gather the lads!
Oh, where's me cutlass?
I'll follow ye to the seven hells, Admiral!
Fancy meeting you again.
Almost like you're following me, you know. As the Admiral mentioned in her address, Limsilimens is plagued by two beast tribes. The first are the fish-like Sahagin, worshippers of the primal Leviathan. The second are the kobolds, who dwell beneath the earth and take the primal Titan for their god. As if the beast tribe's presence weren't troublesome enough, the Garleans have also chosen to erect a fortress right in the Lamenson's backyard. And that is to say not of internal strife. As a nation of pirates, there is no end to the blood feuds between the various factions, and while they fight amongst themselves, the Garleans whet their blades and watch. If Lamensons are to have any hope of withstanding the Empire, they must first resolve their own affairs. Differences must be set aside, and the primal threat dealt with once and for all. To this end, I expect they will soon take decisive action against the beast tribes. Mark my words, the Maelstrom Standard will be drenched in a deeper shade of crimson ere long. That a capable adventurer like you would be a valuable addition to their crew is beyond question. But will you sail with the Admiral? Miku, this is Minfilia. You're well, I hope. Would I be correct in thinking that the final remembrance service is now concluded? A moment ago, you say. What a coincidence. Jesting aside, I trust you remember our guests from the Grand Companies. Well, I'm delighted, though we are to have them here at the Waking Sands. It would not do to keep them in suspense any longer than necessary. In short, hurry back. We are going to join our Grand Company, or at least pick it, and then we'll log out for the evening. I know normally I can push till like 1 a.m., but I don't really want to tonight. I have homework that needs to be done. So I will be working on that once the game is closed. Alright, hello, Minfilia. Welcome back, Miku. The Grand Company leader's words were they as illuminating as you hoped. Each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Miku. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies. As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds. Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady!
We are to escort you.
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister, and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Alright, we're going to accept the quest and then head to Limsa and head to the inn and log out. That was the Admiral's speech. But you need not explain. You stand before me now as an answer enough. You have resolved to join the Maelstrom, have you not? We have. That's the spirit, lass. With allies like you, how much stronger is our crew? Let us brave the seas together. Now that the choice is made, it's time to add your name to our rolls. Make your way to the Maelstrom Command back in Limsa. It is on the upper decks. In case you have forgotten, I will send word to our personnel officer to expect you. The duties of the Maelstrom soldier can be both arduous and challenging, but I promise you, you will not regret this choice. May your passage be swift and your bearings sure. Like I said, no bearing on the plot. Yeah, spelled ready in a minute. Okay. And by the way, so exits Alize from the plot for a long time, actually. It's kind of unbelievable how long Alize is going to not show up in the game. I've had people who were playing the game tell me, like, most of the way through ARR, about Alfino. Weren't there two of them? Where did the second one go? And the answer is yes, there were two of them. And we will get to, why Alize is barely in the plot later. For now, I believe that's actually enough tonight. I'm gonna try to power level, Lancer to, like, level 20. In the meantime. But for now, you know, let's let Miku sleep. And me sleep. For now, though, I'm going to call it there. Post stream please. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was fun. It's been a long time since I've seen those speeches and actually paid attention to them. So, yeah, for now, upcoming content, probably some Master Duel on Thursday. We'll see. And that's, oh, and DMC on Friday, probably. Most likely on Friday. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, 3 Baka Gaming probably this weekend. If I can find the time to edit it. I'm currently the sole editor for the 3 Baka channel, so it's and I'm going into finals week, so if I can find the time on Saturday, I will absolutely get an episode out. Otherwise, might take me a little bit longer. Anyways, that's all I got for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, have a great night, everybody.